That is why I came here. Welcome back to another episode of Catch You Later. This is, I believe, the 5th intro I've cut so far. It's one of those days. What I wanted to do today is fish the fall pattern, or at least see if the fall pattern was here yet. It's probably about 85 degrees right now. I'm not sure what the water temp is. I'll have to put that on the screen. You can see the wind is pretty calm. Rising tide all day. We're getting very, very close to fall fishing. And for me, what I do is I split the area around Hopedale into two. Wintertime, I fish south of the Mr. Go. Summertime, I fish north of it. And spring falls into the summertime pattern for me. Fall falls into the wintertime pattern. And so, yeah, I just wanted to see, are my fall spots hidden right now? And the answer was no. Water was way, way, way too dirty. And the water here is pretty clean. So this is where I've been catching fish. I would expect that to continue. It is almost dead noon right now, which means the tide is starting to fall. And that could be why I'm still fishing instead of just packing it up and going home. There's a fish, there's a fish. Gotta be a trout, gotta be a trout. Sure is. Probably not a keeper, but boy, he swallowed it. That did not take long. Not a keeper, but trout number one. All right, so I'm gonna reposition the boat. The current just kind of took me right into where we caught that one. I don't know if there will be any more, but usually there are. And so the big thing that we caught that trout on, you can see it right there. You've got this pocket of water that in high tide it pushes in right there, low tide it pulls out, and that's exactly where that fish is. And you're gonna see for the rest of this episode, that's what I'm gonna be targeting. There's another one, there's another one. All right. Look at that, we just repositioned the boat, and there you go. Not a keeper, but will be in just a couple months. Okay, so both fish, as I was getting them off the hook, I started being pulled in. That means the tide is still heading in. Normally, I would not be fishing with this lure in that case, but it's working. All right, let's see if there's any more in there. As always, 3-cast rule, but right now we've got example number 1 of early fall, late summer fishing. Now, I mentioned in the last episode, another thing you want to look for, something that I've been noticing that I haven't seen any other YouTubers talk about, and that is wait till the tide is starting to slow down. So either right at the start or right at the end. That's going to be your ticket, I feel, to finding fish. And right now we're about at the end of the falling tide. It's not screaming, but it's still moving. Okay, here's the 3rd cast. No, I want to make a better one than that. What I want to do is hit this point right here. Yeah. So you might notice when I do that, I leave my spool open and let the line just kind of fall out. That's going to let that lure just fall right there. Okay, that was number 3. I'm going to release spot lock, and we're just going to keep on going. The next feature you want to target is going to be the mouths of bayous. I call this bracketed water. And what mouths of bayous do is they bracket water. So they either compress it in the skinnier channels like you can see above, which means on the outside of it, it's either going to get funneled in or it's going to explode out, which right now it's getting funneled in. And usually what you're going to see on the mouth of bayous are little features like that. There's one. Golly! Right behind a point. Right behind a point. I can't tell if this is a red or a drum. Looking kind of drummy. Which reds are a drum, but it looks like it's got a... Oh no, it had one chasing it?
It had one chasing it? It had one chasing it? Yes.
Yes, there's another redfish chasing it. Let's see if we can hook 2. I think the other one's gone. That's why it looked so weird. It was two of them. Of course, I don't have 20-pound line, so I've got to get a net for this. I got it. What a beautiful fish, y'all. Right behind a point, and had another one with it. And that's a 17-incher. We're gonna let it go. But tactics, y'all. Woo. Man, that water's salty. Tactics, that was all tactics. So let's go over them. So we've already floated past it, but there's a point right there. One of the things I did coming into this was make a switch. We were coming with the current. That meant we were pulling the lure against the current. And because of that, I switched from the shrimp imitation to the paddle tail. The reason for that is easy. You can fish the paddle tail a lot slower when you're pulling it against the current, and that current pushes against that tail, and that's what actually gives the tail its action. Let's see if that other one's still over there. That was cool to see it being chased by the other one. That means they were both hungry and hadn't seen my boat yet. Now right now it's almost dead noon. I'm not going to get any better. You can see my shadow doesn't even extend beyond the boat. I'm not going to get any better time for sight fishing, so that's what we're going to do. But when you got weather like this, take advantage, man, because sight fishing is the best. I can actually see the ground in this water, and it's about 5 feet deep. That's how clear the water is. Here's one. Got him. Oh, that was so cool. I haven't actually seen a red fully eat like that in a long time. Look how pretty this fish is. And he hit so hard, the line might have cut me. Got rope burn. Oh my gosh. This is right around where I caught that super bright orange one the other day. And this one is almost as pretty. Nice. It is as pretty. Almost. Golly, the redfish here are absolutely gorgeous, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. I am keeping fish today. Well, no, I'm not. This one's too pretty. This might even be the same one. We were only a few yards from where I caught that super orange one. Can't tell. I don't see any other scars from being hooked. It's got something tried to get a hold of it. But look at that. It's orange all the way down to its belly, too. Look at its fins. My gosh, have you ever seen a prettier fish? It's probably keeper size, but I'm gonna let it go. It's just too pretty. We need more pretty ones like this. Oh man, that was awesome. I don't know if y'all could see that right there. A little fish moved and it made a big flash. That flash is really what you're trying to mimic. And if you've ever seen a sort of dying fish, that's the second thing that you want to mimic. And that's kind of what we just did on that red. I threw the lure past the fish so we could pull it towards it. That's pretty textbook. But then I just kind of wobbled it. I didn't really fully try to like do much, but make it look like it had a hard time swimming. But man, the redfish here are just gorgeous. And it's because this water is just so crystal clear. Oh, there's two over there. Oh, golly, ready to go. Why? How did I not catch that? I thought for sure I had that redfish hook, but he spit it and hit it and spit it so fast. I can't talk right now. Most of you who watch talk about how calm I am all the time, and kinda. But right now, I assure you, my heart is going a million miles an hour. There's nothing I like more than sight fishing redfish. Okay, so we sight fished about as long as we could. We're now heading out of all those little duck ponds. Really hard to tell what the tide's doing right now. I think it's starting to fall, but I'm not totally sure. Oh, something tattooed it. Oh, it's still on. That's a pretty small trout. Hit it hard. I was actually about to be shocked. We did not catch a fish there. Catch a fish every time there. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna call it there. You know, one of the best things about fishing is you get a lot of time to think. It's actually why I started fishing so much. It was my escape from COVID, from tearing my ACL, from losing my mom. But right now, I shouldn't be escaping. My daughter is sick and I need to be there for her. So that's just gonna be the episode. It's gonna be short and sweet, enough to keep me in the YouTube algorithm. Any of you guys that live in and around the New Orleans and Baton Rouge area, if you have like a children's gastroenterologist or something like that that you might recommend, please do. But like I always say, family and friends first, and I have to live that, right? Now's the time to be family first. Hope you guys enjoyed it, short and sweet, but sometimes it just needs to be that way. Until next time, I'll catch you later. See ya.